So here's the deal. We all know that short films are really awesome, but how the heck do you even make one of those things? In this video, I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes of one of my short films. Working as a single crew member can be pretty overwhelming, but in this video, I'm hoping to show you that it can be a lot of fun and that you can learn a lot of things making movies. So come along behind the scenes as we take an idea, turn it into a script, turn that into a lot of paperwork, find an actor, make mood boards, and go make a movie. When I come up with an idea, I sometimes like to write it down in a notebook and then just go from there. So here's my script draft. I wrote it last July of 2023. It's now May 2024, but that's the reality of filmmaking sometimes. So the idea and the script. I really like superheroes and vigilantes. I'm in the Arrowverse, the Spider-Verse, pretty much any of that stuff. With that in mind, I set out to write a short film about a kid who also really likes vigilantes, but takes it a little farther than the normal fan. It is May of 2024, and I first drafted this script in July of 2023. But better late than never. It feels like the right time to make this film, and I'm excited to do so. Since I have my script drafted in my notebook, I'm gonna put it into my script writing software, review it, revise it, and we'll move from there. This is a must-have as a filmmaker, and there's plenty of free softwares out there. Let's go! When I'm writing, especially when I'm working on a script, I really like to listen to lots of music. There are so many different playlists out there, and I can almost guarantee you that someone will have made one that is somehow related to whatever you are working on. Alright, quick update from the writing desk. As it turns out, I didn't write a script last summer. I stopped after 2 pages. I wrote part of a script. But I did write somewhat of an outline here. In that case, let's go finish the script. Same film, different day. It's day 2 of pre-production and the script is done. It's just over 5 pages and I ended up calling it Vigilante Calling. Now that what's arguably the most important piece of pre-production paperwork is done, we get to do all the other paperwork. In all honesty, I used to not really like doing pre-production work, but now I find it to be really helpful, and I definitely recommend you do it too. To make sure that we're ready for filming, we have to make a shot list, shooting schedule, storyboard, and script breakdown. Not really in that order, but starting with the script breakdown, you get the chance to review your script with any sort of technicalities in mind. I like to take a different color to highlight characters, props, any sort of costume pieces, special effects, noises, lights, anything that needs marking in the script. Then what I like to do is take everything that I've highlighted and list it out page by page, so that when I'm filming different scenes, I know what exactly I'm gonna need, who's in it, so on and so forth. That way you don't forget anything and hopefully you avoid continuity errors. After we finish the breakdown, it's time for our storyboard and shot list. Every filmmaker's process for storyboarding and shot listing is going to be a little bit different. First of all, you can decide which one you want to do first. Then you can decide if you even want to storyboard at all. You probably should. I learned that myself. Some people hire illustrators, some people make stick figures, some people use magazines, you can take photographs, you can take photos from other films, whatever you want to do in order to get a visual representation of your idea onto paper before you get to the set, you've got a storyboard. And you might find that they're really helpful. Give it a try. Once we've completed our script breakdown, shot list, and storyboard, we can do our shooting schedule. Essentially, what we're looking for is the order in which we want to film this thing. I find that doing my shot list first really helps me with my storyboard, because in the shot list, you're listing out all the technicalities in writing. Any sort of notes or anything that you'd ever consider is going to be written down in that list, and it's super helpful. Using those tools, we can figure out about how long it's going to take to film each shot and what order we want to do them in. It's ideal to be able to film your script in order. It's easier for the actors and often for the filmmakers to comprehend the story arc. However, that's not always great for the circumstances. Ultimately, it's a process of trial and error. Sometimes things are going to take longer, they're going to take shorter, you're going to need to switch the order for whatever reason, but this will give you a good starting point. Okay, so it's been a little while since I last checked in, and I have a lot to catch you up on. At the time I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, June 11th, and I am filming on Friday. Literally just Friday. Since we last spoke, I worked out my shot list and a rough shooting schedule. Since this is going to be a pretty low-key shoot, I didn't feel the need to assign exact times to any of my shots, but usually that's what happens. However, I will say that when I was making my shooting schedule, if that's what you want to call it, I sorted out my shots in the way that was most coherent to me, by location and by where I was going to have my camera set up. This way, rather than doing a lot of moving around in between and taking up a lot of extra unnecessary time with that kind of stuff, we're going to have a much better workflow. On that note, I also secured my actor. Since I've got a pretty small script, I only really need one person, and that's going to be one of my friends. Pro tip, if you're a filmmaker, find friends who want to be in your films. It's a very helpful tool that will last you many years. With my shot list, schedule, and actor secured, I moved on to all of the aesthetics and visuals of the film. I put together a little mood board sort of lookbooky thing on Pinterest, sent it to my actor, and she's going to be picking out an outfit that we're going to work on together. And for set decoration, I've really been focusing on posters. I want posters in the room. We have a shed that I want posters in as well. I got a couple printed, and I've got to find a few more smaller graphics that I want on the walls. Regardless, I've got some work to do with these walls, and I'll check in with you very soon. It's almost filming time! Okay, a lot has happened since we last spoke. Let's get caught up. On Thursday night, we had to cancel the shoot for Friday, but now we've rescheduled, so it's the following Thursday and I'm getting ready for tomorrow's shoot. The day before shooting is the ultimate day of planning, as is the week before, 2 weeks before. The closer you get, the more planning there is. As crazy as the last few days of pre-production are, I feel really good about where we stand because of all the work that I've already done. I need to make sure my batteries are charged, I need to make sure I have all my gear, I've got props, and I have anything else that I need to prep. When I'm on set, I always prioritize making sure that everyone's safe, comfortable, and having a good time. So planning work like this is really crucial to that process. As I said, right now I'm in the middle of setting up the bedroom shooting space. So I've got some organizing to do, I've got some set dressing to do. Pro tip, if you've ever lacked motivation to clean your room, set it as a shooting location in your next film.
My name's Kelly. Check out my IMBD. There's only one project on there. This one.
What are you doing here today?
Acting. As Marley. She's the, shut up. She's a superhero. I'm gonna go fight them real quick.
That was perfect. Before we knew it, it was time to film. By the time that it was our filming day, I had decorated the room that we were filming in, the shed that we were filming in, I had all my paperwork filled out, and we had our set meeting time, and we started an hour behind that set meeting time, but we still got everything done within one day, and did it by the afternoon. Perfect. All right, so you want to go back up a little bit and I'll have you come down. You are running from a police officer.
Never done that in my life. I think I might go this way and then run towards that tree.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Are you going to hit me? Am I in a good spot? You look unsure.
I'd say you're fine.
Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready. This is my friend Kelly. She's helped me with a lot of my film projects through the years, and so when I invited her to do this one, she was eager to help out again, which I'm very grateful for. We had a good time, and we made a film. We had a lot of fun moments along the way, and overall it was a good time, which is what I want with a film like this, more than this super polished, fancy final product, you know, I have to account for the fact that I am one person, Kelly is one person. We did this whole thing, just her and I primarily, and then I had some help after with some extra voiceovers, but you know, just being the two of us working on this little film in the middle of summer, I wanted it to be low-key, I wanted it to be a fun and a good time, and I think it was, and I'm happy with that.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh. The blow pop, how's the blow pop?
I'm done.
Vibin'?
I'm ready to act.
Yeah.
Always.
Looking for a sponsorship?
Yeah, blow pop. Sponsor me.
If you want to see the short film that came out of this process, you can check out Vigilante Calling on my YouTube channel right now. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you were able to see that with a very small crew and minimal resources and basically no budget, that you can make your very own short film. Honestly, the most important thing is getting started. So go ahead, go write something. Can't wait to see it.